Here to tell us more is the chair of Bell Let's Talk, Mary Deacon, and executive director of Matthew Perry House, Caitlin Morrison. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
So exciting.
So exciting.
I get chills with that. So, Caitlin, we mentioned this, that the lineup of talent in this concert, it is a who's who of Canadian music icons. We've got City and Colour, Serena Ryder, Billy Talon, all lending their voice publicly for such an important cause. So you're Matthew's sister. I want to know, why was it important for Matthew Perry House to shed a light on mental health, but through this way, with music?
I will tell you that. First, thank you for not accusing me of fangirling backstage with all the artists, but I totally was. But music was like the love language of Matthew. He had a song for every day. I could tell his mood by what he was listening to. It was his #1 mental health support. And he had a beautiful singing voice, actually. So he would sing along with stuff, and hum tunes all day long. It was great. And so I knew that, something to do with music was always something I really wanted to do. And then this notion of this concert came up with Make Music Matter. And it wasn't just about music and celebration, but it was also about the artists themselves talking about their mental health, talking about the people they loved who were going through things. And it was just all so close to that openness that he had, and the thing that I think made him really brave and amazing and helped people. And so it just was obvious, like, we have to do this. Plus, it was really, really, really fun.
So great, so important. Mary, this is actually the 16th year of Bell Let's Talk. So how have you seen the conversation around mental health and addiction really shift over the years to where we are today?
I think there's so much more openness, willingness to have the conversations, willingness to talk about getting help, people supporting each other. And, there's something that happens. I use an expression, vulnerability is a bridge to belonging. When people share personal stories like they did at the concert, right? These icons in many of our lives, it gives permission to other people to talk about their struggles and their journey and help them feel they're not alone. It gives them a sense of social connection and belonging. And that is a wonderful thing that we've seen grow and grow and amplify over the last 16 years.
Yeah, I can't believe it's been 16 years. It's wild. So, Caitlin, Matthew Perry House, it supports individuals as they rebuild their lives after addiction treatment. And this is what it is so-called transitional housing. Why is that so important?
Well, addiction isn't just about the substance use. It's an illness that ends up touching every part of your life. It touches your relationships, it touches your job, your finances, you name it. It kind of destroys everything in, I think Matthew would say, in like an effort to keep you on board. Like, you have to be with me. I'm the only good thing in your life. Everything else is terrible. So with traditional treatment, sort of shorter term treatment, the problem is, you're in this kind of comfortable place, you get a little bit of sobriety, but all that other stuff is still broken. And so, the transitional housing piece is about supporting people as they get back to stability in all those other parts of their life too. And then the other thing that we want to be looking at is, why do people have to get to a crisis point when everything is broken? And how can we talk about substance use health in a way that people can review their own relationships with substances and say, hey, is this working for me? Or is this starting to be a relationship where, it's maybe having more of an impact on my life than I want it to before everything is broken?
Yeah. It's clear that Matthew's legacy is also living on through his friends, and we saw that little clip from the documentary, Hank Azaria, who is a longtime friend of his, and he talks in the film about the impact that Matthew had on his life and on his own sobriety. Is there something that you've learned about your brother through stories like this that really resonates with you?
Yeah, several. So, Hank is one. Hank is freaking superhero, man. Hank is so cool and nice and amazing and wants to help all the time. I just want to shout out for him because he's amazing. But also, in the weeks and months after Matthew died, I got calls from a lot of people who part of me was like, oh my God, so-and-so is calling me, but also I'm very sad, so it doesn't matter, who would tell me stories like, my wife was in crisis and he made sure she got where she needed to be to get well. And, or I was in crisis and he held my hand and he brought me to this place and he helped me out. Or, you know, this was a guy I could lean on every time things were hard. So many stories like that. I mean, he went around and he, even when he was struggling, did everything he could do to help anyone else who was struggling. And so there are like, he saved my life stories all over the place, and that just makes me feel amazing.
So good.
Wow.
Mary, this year's Bell Let's Talk Day theme is taking a moment for mental health. So what do you hope people will take away from that reminder?
But there are very simple and practical things we can all do in our daily life that can support our mental health and well-being. And, you know, even in these very stressful times where there's so much uncertainty in the world, there are things that we have control of. And there are things that, you know, sometimes, okay, we think of them as mental health things like meditation, breathing exercises, but there is a whole bunch of other things that we may not typically think of in that light, like being in nature, exercising, listening to music, expressing gratitude, digital detoxing, and spending time sharing activities with friends and family. All of these things, there is the evidence to support that they actually improve your mental health, foster resilience, and social connection. And that's what we're trying to get across, so that people will do those things, learn about those things, and build them into their daily lives, not just on Bell Let's Talk Day.
That's the point. Mary, Caitlin, thank you both. Thank you both for all the work that you are doing. Truly, truly, truly. We want to tell you the documentary is called Live Loud Live. It's a Bell Let's Talk special, and it premieres today, 3 p.m. Eastern, right here on CTV. It's also available right now if you'd like to stream it on Crave.